So, welcome, guys. I'm very sorry for the disappointment of yesterday. I was hooked up in a very serious traffic. So, a quick one. As promised last week, that we guys need to learn some basic Linux commands. That if peradventure we are able to exploit a particular application and we need to maybe copy some files from there or remove some files or just manipulate some files without some basic Linux command, we won't be able to do anything. Even if we are able to or we successfully exploit or enter into that particular application, we still need to get familiar with, if not all, some of these important Linux commands. So I will quickly just go through some important ones, and like what we are seeing on the screen, we have like 50 different commands, but we have more than this. In fact, we have thousands of them, but only selected this one to just quickly explain, and not everything I'll be able to explain here. What I'm expecting you guys to do after this class is, if we can finish this particular 50 on our own, irrespective of the number of commands I'm able to touch, the rest we can just check on them, check their name, then browse the internet to see how we can use them. So I'll be navigating to my Kali Linux now, and then my Kali Linux is already boot, so I boot it already. So mind you, the essence of this Linux command is, like I've said earlier, that if peradventure we are able to exploit, like what we did last week, we are able to enter into a particular room. I've been using the particular building and rooms and doors to explain my things. So we're able to enter into a particular room, and we need to maybe tamper with some of these gadgets we see in that particular room. All we only need is to get familiar with, or to have the knowledge of, how all of these commands works. So one of the first command I'll be discussing with us is the ls, which is very, very important. The ls in Linux environment, ls is very, very important. So we have numerous ways of using this ls. Ls means list. And what are we listing? We want to see that particular place we have. We want to view the items. Let me use the word items. The items in that particular environment. But in case of Linux, in case of computer, we want to see the list of files, list of directories, list of, let me just generalize it, list of files, be it directory folders or be it normal files, different extensions. ls will do this for us. So let's see what we do, or what we can use ls for. Let's see. I'll use this command, man ls. Man ls will show me manual ways of using lists. Manual ways of using lists. Manual ways of using lists. I can just continue to press enter. Yes, these are so many ways of using list. We have a or dash all. Do not ignore entries starting with dot. That is, it should just list everything. We are going to practicalize this now. In case you type what I typed and it shows this, just continue pressing enter, enter or space, enter or space. If you press enter, it will jump by just one line. If you press space, it will add almost 15 lines or 25 lines to it together. So it depends on which one you prefer. So I will press Ctrl C now to quit it, or escape. Okay. Okay, secure. Now what I need to do now is this. I will ls. Let's see what it's going to display. ls only shows this. Oh, sorry, I typed la. Let me clear the screen. ls. Look at what ls shows me. It's telling me that inside this current root I am, or this particular user, this is a root directory, user directory. So it's telling me that here I'm having all of these files in this particular home directory. So I have my Bobsuit Pro, I have videos, I have Ansible projects, I have Ingrid Ansible project, I have the Harvester, I have these are files, extension txt. I have another user mysql.txt.save. These are just extensions. These blue parts are directories. I will show us how we can differentiate directories from files. The colored one are just the directory. This one directory. While the white one, the one that is showing white, are just files with different extensions. So in this case, this is one just very simple way to use ls. In case you enter a particular database or a particular applications room, you want to see what you have there, you can just use ls. Let me clear the screen and see another way of using ls dash all. Let's see what we have. Look at another thing we have here. It's totally different from the one we typed ls alone. So mind you, let me show us my slide. Like what we have here, let me zoom it very well. Like what we have here, I have number one as ls. I have up to 50. So I'm just still explaining this ls. I have pwd, I have cd, I have make directory. So anyone I'm able to touch today, not every time I'm going to finish, but we have everything here. You can just go through them, and if you have any questions, drop them on the platform. I will either me or other people on the platform will attend to you. Now, what this one does is very simple. Anywhere you see dash all, you are telling Linux that show me even any hidden files. All these dot, any file that started with dot, they are all hidden files. You can't see them. That is why we cannot see them during when we type the ordinary ls. So we can't see them. But with this command, Linux will show all the hidden files. They have content, they have something in them. This is bash logout, this is bash is rc, this is another bash rc original. We have a lot of them. So in case you have, or you want to, your intention is to see both hidden files and the visible ones, just type this ls. So we have another way of using ls. In fact, we have millions. So let me still show us one. ls dash a excuse me. Instead of typing ls dash all, this one still works perfectly with that. Still the same thing. So we have two options. I'll go back to that man and show us what it means. So let's see ls dash l. Let's see what ls dash l does. Look at what we have. Another way of using ls, and this is totally a different way from what we have seen earlier. So still part of listing, it will still list all the directories, both the hidden. Okay, it's not showing the hidden this time around. So now, but in another way. So I have some information here that I'll quickly explain. Look at this, is the size of the file. It was created December 26, and this is the time, and the name of the file or the folder or the directory is Bobsuit Pro, which means if you want to see some beautiful information about that, what's it called, a particular file, you use -l. I'm going to show us what that -l does. Now look at this desktop, comes pre-installed when or while I'm installing Linux. Even this document is same thing. Even this is the same thing, but the date I changed some things or added some things to them. These are what I have here. I have January 21st, I have March 16th, I have February 2nd, and I have March 12th. All of these, they are just date. So now the important thing here is this. Look at this, it started with D. Look at the color. Look at this, started with D. Look at the color. So continuously like that. Look at the one that are not colored. Look at what they started with. Nothing is there. Now it's showing us that anything that started with D means what? Directory. They are all directories. So if your target is just to list directory or to identify directory, just target anyone that started with D, then you are good. You should first of all have it in mind that they are all directories. Now this W, arrow, X, arrow, whatever, they are just permission. This one means read, that is, we can read it, we can write to it, we can execute it, we can read it, and it's also for users and their group, or yes, for individual. This another is for DevOps or the administrators, system administrators. They are the ones that need this most, either to read or to write or to execute. Now, that is one thing about list. So let me clear my screen and move to the next thing. Okay, before I move to the next command, which is print working directory, that is pwd, let me show us what we can do with ls again. Man ls. So all these commands I have listed 1 to 50. If you don't know how to use them, in fact, if you don't, you don't need to go to internet every time. All you can just do is just say man, then followed by the command. For instance, the first one is ls, so I use man ls. So if I type it just the way I've done before, look at what we did. It say ls list directory content. So this is what I've used. Mandatory argument to long options are mandatory for short options to whatever. So either you type this or you type this along with ls, so it will show us. So do not ignore entries starting with this, that is, it should show it. You can just continue. If you use capital letter A, that's dash capital letter A, or it says do not list implied this and this, that is, you don't want to see this, you don't want to see this. If that is your aim, just continue. Author, if you press ls dash dash author with this, it says print the author of each file. That is what is in case you have what they call different users on your server. If you want to see a particular directory that maybe a particular person or a particular user is the owner, you can just use this, it will work fine. So print C style escape for non-graphic characters. A lot of ways of using this ls. We have a lot of ways. If you want to practice or if you want to play with them, just take one and just manipulate it. It's your system, just play around with it. We have a lot of things there. So I'll quit it and I'll clear my screen. That is that about ls. So I want to move to the next this thing now. Next command I have, which is I have it here, pwd. So what does pwd means? It means print working directory. So you see what I'll do now. Pwd is telling me that I'm in home Adebayo. Home Adebayo. So let's see what effect it will have if I sudo su. Let me sudo su, then put my password. The password is correct. Fine, correct. So let me say print working directory home Adebayo. So I have this. This is my let me see. I supposed to have shown you something before I sudo su. Let me exit. Excuse me. Let me exit. Fine. You see something now, as in you see the difference. So let me see ls, like what I've done before. Fine. Let me sudo su. Sudo su. Good. Let me see ls again. Okay. Both the root and when I'm not root have the same files. Correct. So let me just try to enter one particular folder. Which of this folder do I have something? Okay, let me enter Ingrid. Change directory to Ingrid. Is case sensitive. Ingrid with tab. If you type the first, second, or third alphabet, just press tab, it will automatically complete it for you. So yes, let's say I'm now inside my Ingrid, like what you have seen here. I was inside home and Adebayo before, but after changing the directory to Ingrid, I'm now in home, Adebayo and Ingrid. So let me list first. Let me list. So okay, I have these files inside that particular Ingrid. So good. So let me exit. I don't like working in as a root. So that is that about working directory. PWD means print working directory. Print working directory, and this particular command allows us to print the particular working directory on that particular terminal. It is a very basic command and it solves its purpose very well. So if you want to know the name of your working directory, just type just type pwd and you are good to go. You are very good to go. The third one I want to, let me clear the screen first. The next one I want to show us is what I've used. I've used it in there before explaining it. That's CD. Let's see what CD does. Like what I've used it before. When I wanted to enter this particular directory. So what I did was I used change directory to Ingrid. Yes, Ingrid. So I've entered Ingrid from here. So CD is used to change directory. We cannot use we cannot say, okay, fine, let me show you something. You cannot cd into a file. You can only cd into a directory. Let's see what we have here. List. So if you can see their colors, they are just white. It shows that they are files, they are not directories. Try to differentiate between files and directory. Files, they are just your normal files. Directory means your folder in normal Windows, but we don't use folders in Linux environment. We use the word directories. Even in Windows, I think it's directories. We normal people will call it folders, but they are all directories. So now let's try to cd into one of these files, whether it will work. Cd file 1. So let's say file 1. You can see it says cd, not a directory. What is not a directory? File 1. But let's try to do something. Let's say file 6 is there now. 6 is not there. Let me say it's file 6. So I make a directory file 6. Let me list it. Look at this is now a directory. I can now cd into file 6. You see what will happen now? So I can enter into file 6. Why? Because it's a directory. So I cannot cd into file. Not only file, anything called file. You can only cd into anything directory. So take note of that. When you want to use cd, always use excuse me. Always use cd for directories. Then what's it called? If you want to see whatever, if you want to enter into particular files, we have another way. Either you nano it, you cat it. I think nano and cat are also included in what I okay, I only added touch. Okay, I've mentioned that for you guys. Now you should work on nano and nano or cat. Okay, cat is there, nano is not there. Okay, I'll tell us the difference between nano and cat. So that is that. Let me clear the screen. Okay, fine. So the next command I will want to quickly do is that make directory, which I've also stylishly used now. Make directory, you want to make directory maybe fine. Let me give us a scenario. A situation whereby you enter or you are able to penetrate into a particular application and you want to leave a trace, maybe you are a user A and you have entered a particular application and you want to leave a trace, you want to pass a message. You first of all create files or you create directory. So to make a directory, use mkdir, that's make a directory, then you give it the name of your choice. For instance, let me see what I don't have there already. I have all of this. Look at all what I have there already. Let me just see. I want to say make directory. What should I say it? Let's say hacking. I don't have hacking there. Let me say hacking, all in uppercase. Make directory hacking. So since there is no throwback error, that means it's successful. So let me just say list again. So I have hacking there already. This is it. It wasn't here before. I have it between download and music. Look at it. I have download and music here. So hacking has been created. So this is how you can create a folder. Instead of right click, you select new, like when you are working with normal Windows. Linux environments, you use terminal throughout. You use terminal to do whatever you want to do. In fact, 99 or 95% of your work is through terminal. It's not graphical user interface, that's the GUI. Linux environment is not just like other Windows you are familiar with. Most of what we are going to be doing is through terminal, so you must get familiar with some of these commands, if not all of these commands, the most important ones. So let's see, after listing this, I want to change directly to my hacking. So yes, I'm able to enter hacking. So let me see what I have in hacking. Nothing is there. Fine. So that is going to be our next task. So what do I have as the next task? I have move directory or copy directory. The MV and the CP, I'm going to work with them simultaneously, or even the number 7, I'm going to work with them simultaneously. Okay, fine. Let me go out of the hacking. Fine. If I list again, you see what I have. Good. So I want to copy some things. Let me do it this way. I want to copy, when I enter into this hacking, nothing was there. I want to copy dump.rdb into this hacking. I want to copy getbundy.txt into this hacking. What do I need to do? All I need to do is just this. I'll just see which one comes first. Anyone, I've said simultaneously. Okay, let me say move. I say mv. What do I want to move? I want to move dump.rdb. Where do I want to move it to? I want to move it to hacking. So let's see whether it works. Since there is no error, I think it's successful. Don't mistake this. What I did was move. I didn't copy. I moved this. That means if I run ls again, I shouldn't be seeing this again, but I can still see this. What this command means: move this thing into this hacking. So this one will still be showing, while this one will be gone. So let's try it, which is correct. I still have my hacking, but I can no longer see my dump.rdb here. Just check. Now for me to see whether it works successfully, let's say hacking. So I'm now into the hacking. Before you can view anything, you must enter into that particular folder, that's directory, and let's list. Fine. We've successfully removed this dump into hacking using this command. So the essence of this thing is very simple. After exploiting a particular application, you are able to come across some beautiful or vital information that you need. This move is totally different from copy. You must have two intentions, and the first intention is to duplicate maybe exam questions. You are not expected to move anything. You can have a duplicate, so you just copy into your own folder. That's the source. This is the source of the folder. That's the name of the files you want to copy. Either what's it called, folder or files itself. Then the destination. So it's not only necessary to be a directory. Also, it can be a source to another thing, another system. So for instance, you are into a particular application and you want to copy from that system to your own system. You have ways of doing that. You just a normal small touching. So just make sure you know the source or the destination address of where you want to copy to, or you want to move that particular files to. And also you can Samba. You can use Samba. Not only Samba, we have a lot of ways of copying or dumping files. If it is file that is larger, you can dump. If it is file that you just need to touch, or like I've said, maybe exam questions, you can just quickly copy. You don't use move. But if it is your intention to copy, and at the end you don't want the victim to still have the files, maybe you want to collect ransom, you can just move everything from that system or from that application, move everything to your own system, and if that victim log into his own server or his own system, such file or such directory will no longer be found on his system. So the next thing to do is to trigger an alert. That's a JavaScript or a Python script alert to maybe send a ransom to a particular account or whatever, if you want to get your files back, if you want to do all those kind of things. But you must first of all have been able to move, not copy, able to move that file into your own destination. But if it is for you to just have a copy of that file, maybe for instance you want to copy a picture of your girlfriend, you want to have some copy with you, you want to copy a picture of or a file from your anybody after hacking the system, you can use the word copy, not move. So that is how it works. Let me clear the screen. That is how they work. Let me go out of that. So now that is that about that. Let me still see if I can copy. Okay, I will use MV now. I will use CP. What should I copy? Okay, let's say get CP. Let me clear my screen. Then list. I want to copy this. I want to copy, which one is shorter? I want to copy this also into the hacking whatever. Then copy mon. Then where do I want to copy to? I want to copy it into this. So copy this time around. I should still be seeing this. It's successful. Then let me list it first. You can see I'm still seeing it. I'm still seeing it here. Then let's see whether it is already inside the hacking. So I'm now inside the hacking directory, which is this now. It's no longer only this. So let me now list what I have here. Fine, I have a copy now. So in this case, I have a copy. It's not that I moved that particular file. So you can copy, you can also move. So that is that. Now let me show us the last, if not this thing, the last one that I said I'm going to do simultaneously. I've done this move, copy, then let's say remove. Let's see what we can do about remove. So clear the screen first. Clear. So don't forget I still have my dom.rdb. I have mongodb.asc. So let's see how we can remove. So if you want to remove, just type arrow M. What do I want to remove? I want to remove let's say dom first. So I just type enter. just type enter. So if I ls again, I only have mongodb.asc. So that is just that about how to remove. So now we've talked about how to, let me clear the screen first, how to make directory, that's how to create folder. They call it directories, how to make directories in Linux. But what about how to make files? Inside this same what's it called, hacking, I have just only one file. So what do we do to make files? We can use, let's see, you see make directory, make dir, then and we are to make file. Let's say file one. Let's say file one is not going to be a file, it's going to be a directory. Let's ls. You see from the color is not a directory. So what do we do to make a directory? We use the word touch. So let's see the difference. So instead of that, let's say touch file one. Let's see the difference. It's still created successfully. Let's ls. Sorry, this is my have on this. So this empty file is to create empty files. Let me say touch this last command I typed. Let's say touch file 2. Okay, I think because of, okay, it cannot create the same file name with the folder names. So this touch file 2 now, it has been created successfully. So when I type touch file 1, whereas I have the folder name touch file 1, it refused to create it. So but this works fine. So let's okay, I've ls clear. So sorry, so let's ls again. So I have file 1 as the folder, I have file 2 as the what's it called, I have file 2 as the file. Now remember that there's no extension. I didn't put any extension. So what if I want to put extension? I just say file 2 dot I don't want to use txt, I want to use fgt. Mind you, in Linux can open any file, you can use any extension. Let me now ls. Look at it, it's created successfully. I have file 2.fgt. This fgt to me, it means it's meaningless. I just created it. So you can use any extension of your choice. Don't worry, Linux will open anything for you. It will just open anything for you. Just either it has extension or not. You can open PDF from terminal, just anything. You just cut it, it will open it for you. There are some files that before you can open them on Windows, you need to download some extension, you need to download some applications. No such in Linux. Linux will just open anything for you. So that is that about touch. Let me quickly show us this. What if we want to create a file names touch and that's a file, yes, this particular command will create from I have two already. I said file 3.15 that I close this. So what does this command does? It will create file from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 15 for me automatically without using touch one after the other. So it has created successfully. If I list it now, you see what I have. That is the magic of touch, and with these parentheses, and that's the curly braces. So before I have this file 1 and I have this this I did myself, and I have the 2. I think I created 2. Yes, I created this myself. So from 3, where is 4? I don't know if you can see it. From 3, 5, 7, 9, blah blah blah. Okay, this is 4. So what I did here was Linux touch this file for me from 3 to 15. So and you must have them here. So that is that about touch. So the next one is to create a link. I won't be doing this. This one is familiar, you are familiar with this. Link is, let me quickly explain what link does. You can just do that at your end over there. Link will create a link to another file, and for you to use that, we use ln. That's that. Link to another file. That is, anytime you click on that link, that file name, it should take you to a particular file. So that is what that link does. Look at what the next one here, which is clear. That's number 10. I think I've tried. If I can do up to 15 is okay. So let's see ls dash l. Let's do this. So I have all of this now. You are working in a particular terminal environment and you have a lot of information on the screen. What you do next is clear, which I've been typing since. So that's about this number 10. You can use it to clear your screen. Just press enter and you are done. So the next one is cat. What does cat does? It's not the cat you use, cat animal. We use cat to, let me say this. We use cat to, I didn't copy. Okay, now, so I want to see what I have inside this particular file. So I can cat what I want to cat, mongodb. So if I cut it, these are the informations I have inside this particular mongodb.asc. I want to see what I have inside a particular file. I will use this command, cat that file for me. It will show me everything I have inside that file. So these are the things I have inside the file. And do not forget what I used to clear my screen, the word clear. So cat will show us, it will display the information in a particular file, but you cannot edit it. So if you want to do that, just a nano. If you want, let us you want to edit that, just a nano mongodb. If you now give you access to type, here you can type, you can add to it, you can delete some lines, you can do so. So I didn't add what's it called? I didn't add that to this this thing, nano. So nano is for you to still view, but you can still edit. But cat will only show you, but you cannot edit. So that's the difference. So let me clear my screen. Again, what next? I have echo. Yes. Let's see this. Sorry. Let's say I have let's say cat file. Which file should I cat? File 3. Let's say file 3. Nothing. It's showing nothing. So what I want to do is, let's say I want to echo what do I want to echo? I love myself. Let me see whether it will work. I love myself. Into file 3. Let's say file 3. Let's see whether it will work. I love myself into file 3. So let's repeat this command. Okay, I didn't put directory. I didn't put redirection. So actually, I'm supposed to put redirection. So let me quickly do that. So what I'll do is this. Let me see. I think I have okay, that's echo nest. Good. Okay, let me clear my screen first. Sorry, clear. Is it correct? Good. So let me see how we can echo. So when you want to do the output on particular echo, what we need to do is let's say echo I love myself into I'll just use this. Let me put space, please. This. So okay, fine. File 3, correct. It works now. What I did this, you see, echo. And what will echo do? Echo will write anything that follows echo in a quote, it will echo means write. Yes, let me use that word, write. Write this thing for me inside this file 3. So don't forget to see what is inside file 3. I will say cat. So I have this now. Let's still redo it. Let's see what will happen. I love myself more than myself. Let's see what will happen. Now let's cut again. Cut file. Look at what has happened. I love myself more than myself. What about this? This has been removed. It has been removed. So we have ways of writing that. So let's see. Let me try to use this first. Let's see what will happen. Okay, fine. Let me now edit it. Let me reduce something. I love myself. Cool. Let me cut it now. Let me see what I have. Look at, that's the difference. That's my aim. So I love myself more than myself. I love myself more than myself. That's second one. I love myself. Now this time around, all what I'm typing, they are adding to that file. So that's the difference between this, when you use double greater than, and when you use single. Where is the single? Yes, when you use single. If you use single, whatever information you are adding, it will just override. But if you are using double, it will continue to pile up. So that is that about echo. Sorry, let me clear my screen. I want to do up to 15 before my battery runs down. Okay, fine. Less and man. I've shown us man. Let me use less. If you type less, missing file name. Okay, let me use mongodb. Mongo, I think I'm still inside that mongo. So look at I believe we can see the difference between this. Let me show you something. This is just less, and we have less. I think top is there also. This less tail, exactly. This less head tail. Try to work with them together. That's number 13, number 19, and number 20. They are interwoven. But let me first of all treat less. Less, we, instead of you to see cat mongo, that will show everything that you can just continue to scroll. Look at, I'm scrolling with my mouse now, and this is the end. I'm now into Adebayo whatever hacking course later. But if I clear the screen and I type less, then followed by that file name, no matter how I scroll with my mouse, I cannot see Adebayo again. So what I'll be seeing is just the beginning of that, to just capture what it will display, only information that will capture the screen. So if I want to see more, I'll just need to continue scrolling with my mouse, you see, until it shows the end, not even my terminal, Adebayo whatever. So that is less for you. And for you to go out of it, you just press Ctrl X, or you press Q. So that is less. I want to jump to tail of Mongo whatever. So look at what it shows me. It didn't start from the beginning. Let's count the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tail and head only pick the last 10 or the first 10. When we use tail, it will go and start from the last 10. When we use head, let me see, head of mongodb. So this time around, it starts from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see that I counted the space. Yes, it will also include the space. So you don't say 1, 2 and jump. It will include the space together with it. So that is that about the little I can touch. If possible, by God's grace tonight, I will still continue with the remaining ones. Then we can just end the Linux command this week. Then we start with our normal either Python or Git next week. So thank you guys. Thank you very, very much. We'll meet in the evening by God's grace. We'll meet in the evening by God's grace. So